The recent political shift unfolding in KwaZulu-Natal has sparked growing interest across South Africa as the Umkhonto we Sizwe (MK) party continues to solidify its presence with another remarkable by-election victory. This latest success, marked by the MK party's win in Ward 18 of the Mandeni municipality on the province's north coast, represents their fourth consecutive municipal by-election triumph since the start of 2025. It adds to an already compelling narrative about how power dynamics in one of South Africa's most politically contested provinces are beginning to tilt in ways that were almost unimaginable a few years ago. As this party steadily gathers momentum, questions are increasingly being asked about what this means not just for KwaZulu-Natal but for the broader South African political landscape. To fully grasp the weight of these developments, it is essential to understand how we arrived here, what factors are driving this wave of support for the MK party, and what possible implications lie ahead as this growing political force shapes its path forward. The Umkhonto we Sizwe party carries with it a name that resonates deeply within South Africa's political and historical consciousness. Named after the former armed wing of the African National Congress, the MK party evokes powerful imagery of resistance and struggle tied to the anti-apartheid liberation movement. However, despite sharing this historical name, the MK party is distinct from the ANC of today and is led by figures who have strategically distanced themselves from the ruling party's contemporary failures. Central to the party's appeal has been its association with former President Jacob Zuma, whose political base remains influential, especially in KwaZulu-Natal. Zuma's deep roots in the province and his ability to mobilize loyal grassroots supporters have provided the MK party with a unique foundation to build upon. Disillusionment with the ANC has been growing steadily, especially as frustrations mount over corruption scandals, governance failures, service delivery breakdowns, and the perception that national leadership is increasingly out of touch with ordinary citizens' day-to-day struggles. As the ANC grapples with internal divisions and waning popularity, the MK party has positioned itself as a home for those nostalgic for what they see as the true revolutionary spirit that the ANC has allegedly abandoned. Over the past several months, the MK party's consistent victories in by-elections demonstrate that their message resonates far beyond Jacob Zuma's immediate loyalists. The Mandeni Ward 18 victory is especially significant because it represents success in a diverse area comprising both urban settlements and rural communities. Winning here means the MK party can now credibly claim to be broadening its appeal and not merely relying on traditional Zuma strongholds. Political observers have pointed out that one of the key strategies driving the MK party's rise is its intense focus on grassroots mobilization. Unlike some larger parties that often emphasize national messaging at the expense of local issues, the MK party has prioritized listening to local grievances, especially those around unemployment, lack of infrastructure development, land concerns, and failures in municipal governance. This tailored, ground-up approach has helped the party win over communities that feel ignored or betrayed by the ANC. Furthermore, the party's nationalist rhetoric, often echoing themes of empowerment, sovereignty, and reclamation of dignity, taps into deep emotional currents within segments of the electorate who feel economically marginalized and politically sidelined. These recent victories have significant implications for KwaZulu-Natal's political dynamics heading into the 2026 local government elections. With the ANC's grip on the province visibly weakening, the entry of the MK party as a serious contender introduces the possibility of a deeply fragmented vote. Already, KwaZulu-Natal has been home to fierce competition, with the ANC traditionally battling both the Inkatha Freedom Party, IFP, and, more recently, the Economic Freedom Fighters, EFF, and the Democratic Alliance, DA. The MK party's rise complicates these dynamics even further, raising the likelihood that no single party will command overwhelming majorities in key municipalities. This could result in more coalition governments, which bring their own challenges in terms of stability and effective governance. If the MK party manages to maintain its upward trajectory, it could position itself as a keymaker in municipal councils, wielding significant influence over coalition negotiations and policy direction in areas where fragmented outcomes emerge. From a national perspective, the question now looming is whether the MK party aims to remain a primarily regional force focused on KwaZulu-Natal, or whether it has ambitions to expand its influence across other provinces. The party's success in local by-elections provides a valuable testing ground for strategies that could later be scaled up for national elections. However, challenges remain. Expanding beyond KwaZulu-Natal will require not just charismatic leadership and grassroots machinery but also the ability to navigate complex national political landscapes and craft policies that appeal to a broader and more diverse electorate across different provinces. Nevertheless, political analysts suggest that even if the MK party remains regionally concentrated, its ability to eat into the ANC's historical support base could have ripple effects that shift national politics. Every percentage point lost by the ANC, especially in vote-rich KwaZulu-Natal, weakens its national dominance and opens doors for more competitive multi-party politics. What makes the MK party's current momentum particularly notable is how it reflects a growing trend of disillusionment with South Africa's long-dominant liberation movements. Voters who once steadfastly supported the ANC out of loyalty to its liberation legacy are increasingly looking for alternatives that speak more directly to their current realities. This creates opportunities for splinter parties like the MK party, which can credibly claim both historical authenticity and a renewed grassroots connection. As the 2026 elections approach, all eyes will be on whether the MK party can translate its by-election victories into sustained electoral success and whether it can effectively navigate the transition from insurgent challenger to governing entity capable of delivering on its promises. For you guys watching this video, it's clear that the story of the MK party is far from over. The way this political force evolves in the next year will have a major impact on KwaZulu-Natal and perhaps even South Africa as a whole. We want to hear your thoughts. Do you think the MK party can continue its winning streak and challenge the ANC more broadly? Could their rise help reshape coalition politics in the province and maybe nationally? Drop your comments below. Let's get the conversation going. Don't forget to subscribe to the Political Spectrum for more in-depth updates, analyses, and breaking political stories across South Africa. Your engagement helps us grow, and we truly appreciate every one of you who shares, likes, and comments. See you in the next video. This steady rise not only signals a shift in voter sentiment but also hints at the possibility of deeper realignments that could redefine alliances and power balances in both provincial and national politics in the years ahead.